Hello, my bright little sunflowers. It is your favorite star, the sun, back again for another cosmic story time. Today I want to tell you all about my second friend, the one who lives next door to Mercury. She's a very sparkly and mysterious planet. Can you guess who I'm talking about? It's Venus, Venus. Say it with me, Venus. Now, Venus is my second closest planet friend. She's a little further away from me than Speedy Mercury, but still pretty close in our big solar system neighborhood. Imagine your house again, and then imagine your other friend's house just down the street. That's kind of like where Venus lives compared to me. She gets lots of my warm sunshine and bright light, just like Mercury does, but maybe just a little bit less. Venus is also bigger than Mercury. Remember how Mercury was like a tiny cherry? Well, Venus is much closer in size to your own amazing planet Earth. If Earth was that big, juicy apple again, Venus would be another apple, almost the same size. Isn't that neat? They're like sister planets in a way, though they are very different in other ways, as you'll soon see. Now, even though Venus is further away than Mercury, she actually takes longer to spin all the way around herself. It's like if you were spinning on the spot, Mercury is a super fast spinner, but Venus is a very, very slow spinner. In fact, one day on Venus, that's how long it takes her to spin once, is longer than one whole year on Venus. That's how long it takes her to go all the way around me. Isn't that silly? It takes her about 243 Earth days to spin once, but only about 225 Earth days to go all the way around me. So her days are longer than her years. Imagine celebrating your birthday even before your first day was over. It's a very topsy-turvy planet. And here's something even more surprising about Venus. She spins backward. Imagine all your other planet friends spinning in one direction, like you're stirring a big pot of soup. Well, Venus spins in the opposite direction. It's like she decided to go the other way just for fun. So, on Venus, the sun would actually rise in the west and set in the east. How backwards is that? Now, let's talk about what Venus looks like. When you look up at the sky at night, sometimes you can see Venus shining very, very brightly. She's often called the evening star or the morning star, because she's usually the brightest thing you can see in the sky right after sunset or right before sunrise. She looks so sparkly and beautiful, but don't let her sparkly looks fool you. Underneath those bright clouds, Venus is a very, very different place from Earth. Venus is covered in a thick, thick blanket of clouds. But these aren't the fluffy white clouds you see here in Kandapur that sometimes bring rain. Oh no! The clouds on Venus are made of a stinky, poisonous gas called sulfuric acid. Yuck! You definitely wouldn't want to play in those clouds. They would be very, very dangerous. And because of these super thick clouds, Venus has a runaway greenhouse effect. Imagine if you closed all the windows and doors in a greenhouse on a very hot day. The heat would get trapped inside, right? Well, that's what's happening on Venus, but on a gigantic scale. The thick clouds trap almost all the heat from my sunshine, making Venus the hottest planet in our entire solar system. Even hotter than Mercury, who is closer to me. The surface of Venus is so hot, around 475 degrees Celsius, that it could melt lead. That's even hotter than your oven when your grown-ups are baking a cake. So even though she looks beautiful and bright from far away, Venus is a scorching hot and dangerous place. The air on Venus, what little there is under those thick clouds, is also very different from the air you breathe on Earth. It's mostly made up of a gas called carbon dioxide, the same gas you breathe out. But there's so much of it on Venus that it makes the air super heavy and poisonous for you and me. You definitely couldn't breathe on Venus. So even though Venus is about the same size as Earth, She's a very different world. She has those stinky sulfuric acid clouds. She's hotter than hot, and the air is not good for breathing. It's like she went in a completely different direction when she was being made. Does Venus have any moons like your Earth has? Nope. Venus is all alone in her orbit. Just her and all those thick, poisonous clouds. Let's remember some cool things about sparkly Venus. She's my second closest planet friend. She's about the same size as your Earth. She spins backwards, and her day is longer than her year. That's so silly. She's covered in thick, stinky sulfuric acid clouds. She's the hottest planet in our solar system. Ouch! The air there is mostly carbon dioxide and not good for breathing. She doesn't have any moons. Even though Venus looks bright and beautiful from far away, she's a very mysterious and extreme planet up close. She teaches us that even planets that are close in size can be very, very different. Well, my little sunbeams, I hope you enjoyed learning about my sparkly but super hot friend Venus. Next time, maybe we'll talk about your very own wonderful planet, Earth. Keep looking up at the sky and wondering. I'll always be here, shining my light on all of you. Bye for now.